My name is Saii, daughter of Gopinath Rao, and this year I am 19 years old. Currently, I'm doing my pre-U in South Australian Certificate of Education and will be continuing my degree in Renewable Energy Engineering under the TNB Scholarship. Right, so back in 2019 when I joined the competition, the problem that we identified or narrowed down to were based on the Sustainable Development Goals, and it was more to solving issues related to water contamination and water pollution. And the reason we came down to this was after just doing some multiple research and interviewing people, especially in the rural areas, regarding issues they face, the lack of accessibility towards water, and they do have water, but they're not receiving clean water or filtered and purified water to be used in their daily lives. And after doing further research and much more findings, we also found out that here, when we have so much water in the city, availability, living a comfortable life, and yet we tend to waste water. We don't use it responsibly. And we thought of trying to put these two together to see what we can do, something to just spread awareness based on, we were inspired based on this issue, but we were inspired to solve a whole different issue where it is as simple as every time we open the tap water, and if we leave it running for even a minute, we lose up to lots of liters of water. And our idea was to solve this problem. How can we save water in a very simple manner and use it to generate electricity to charge very simple items, such as, we've not gone to phones yet, but simple devices like electrical fans, etc. So what we did is we attached a rechargeable battery to the system where it is fixed to our water tap, and we 3D designed a water filter as well as an output that has equal amount of pressure when you put it maximum, but instead it saves up to 80% of water every time you open the tap. And the idea is as simple as that, to just spread awareness that we should take small and simple steps to save water at home. So as a past MAD Youth Summit participant, I believe that this created more awareness towards me in the issues that we face around the world. Not only through the MAD, but through many other competitions that I went and participated in out there. It showed me awareness, especially narrowed down to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which I realized it was a very interesting scope that narrowed down towards all the general and huge issues that are being faced around in the world. And through this competition, I was more aware because I did my research. We came up with projects trying to solve huge issues, but two main addressing issues that I felt was really close to me and needed action, or we have to do something about it. Firstly is global warming. Yes, it sounds very simple, very cliche. Everyone is talking about it, but I never knew the importance of it until recently. When I was in high school, we were told and taught to, global warming is a big issue. We should not cut down trees, etc. Many simple things are written and we learn it. We say it verbally, but as a student, I was not really affected by any of these, and I didn't really see the importance or what are the issues how is it directly affecting me. That was another thing. I'm living in Malaysia in a very comfortable place with really good weather, so I didn't really see the impact until recently, because last time when I was at home, I can on the aircon whenever I want. I went to a school where we had decent facilities and there were no issues of discomfort. But recently, when I'm now currently in college, staying in a hostel where we don't necessarily have the best facilities at times or supply to air conditioning and etc., I started to feel very simple, very hot. The weather was insane, and because I was having eczema, I felt that worsened my condition, my skin condition. I was not allowed to go out and play sports as much as before because the UV directly hits the skin as compared to before. It's gotten really, really bad, and all these things affected me personally. The weather is not as consistent as before, and we can't really predict. So these are the things that I saw that the effect is real. It's just that I didn't face it before, but now I am, just because I'm not in my comfort zone anymore. And the simple thing we can do is to follow the guidelines set, or as simple as what can we do as individuals to not, waste electricity and many other things. Second is mental health issues. Everybody advocates for it. There are many campaigns out there that are trying to tell people to voice out, but is it that easy to voice out, especially when you are facing that issue? as a child who came from a very decent family, I have good support system, I never really faced issues of difficulties or challenges, and the challenges were very basic difficulties. The subject is too hard, I'm finding it difficult to understand, but beyond that there was nothing more than that. And everybody saw me as this child who has everything together. She knows what she wants to do in life. I got my straight A's, I got a scholarship, I won competitions. So she's good, she's got it all together, she's happy, she's smiling, she's an extrovert. But there's more to it than that. Every individual, not only students, but workers and everyone as a whole, we face issues on our own. It can be as simple as transitioning from the comfort of your home to staying in college. And even if I, this extroverted person who has the confidence to say things out, am not able to voice out certain things that's deep down within me, how are the rest of the world? How is everyone else going to do? To answer that question, I would like to put myself in the shoes of those students, because I was there once, I am still there. So I'm trying to also figure out what I want to do. And I would start off by analyzing, sitting and just trying to figure out in my own head. We don't necessarily have to write it down or do a whole chart, a mind map of this is my passion, this is where I want to go in 5 years, 10 years. I would say that's too complicated. Keep it simple, just analyze it and figure it out in your head. Are you really good at this? Is this what you really love? I may think that this is my passion today, but in the next 2 weeks or even the next day, I may change. Things may change, and we never know how all these factors are going to affect our passion or the things that we truly love or things that we want to do to change the world. So firstly, I would say is to analyze and just figure it out in your head, because that's what I do. Before I figure out, is this what I want to pursue? Is this what I want to do my degree in? Or is this the project that I want to develop? I would see, is this cause helping just me, or is it profiting and benefiting the people around me? So if it does benefit the people around you, then maybe you can do something about it. Or if it makes you feel so much more happier, you're able to love yourself much more by just doing this very simple cause, I believe that's also a good step to go to the next step, which is just sitting down with professionals or getting advice from the people around you, simple as parents, teachers, or the support of your friends, to see maybe if you have an idea. It does not have to be something complicated like I'm going to develop this app to change the world. It can be simple as I would like to create this Instagram page to post memes to make people around me happy. It can be as simple as that. The cause is to make people around me happy and just have a good laugh every time I open my social media. So sit and get ideas from your friends and see what they say about it. And thirdly, I would say is to use the resources that you have around you to sharpen your own skills, because I feel like with the presence of social media, internet, and in this era, this era of digitalization, I would say everything is on your fingertips, right? You have YouTube, you have videos, there's now even ChatGPT where you can ask it anything and it gives you answers. So with these resources, sharpen and enhance your skills. And finally, use the way or the medium that is closest to you, which I believe right now is social media. Post something on Instagram. See if you get a certain amount of traction. Be open to criticisms, what public has to say about your ideas. If you want to start a YouTube channel, maybe start by creating short videos. Post it on stories. See what people have to say. If you think people love it, you can try it. Even if you are afraid, people may have bad things to say. Just be open to criticism. Expand your horizon and just don't be afraid, because you will face failures along the way, but just go for it.